Yo, what is up guys, Anthony here, and in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you a full tutorial of how I use one of the best dropshipping tools on the market, AutoDS, to not only find winning products to sell on my Shopify store, but to also import those products directly from AliExpress through AutoDS onto the store in just a few minutes. Now, AutoDS is one of the easiest and most comprehensive and effective ways to find products and import them onto your Shopify store. So if you're looking for a tool that does everything well, product research, importing products onto the store, I'm gonna show you exactly in this tutorial how I do that step by step so that you guys can follow along and use AutoDS to not only find products, but to bring them onto your site. If you wanna get a free month of AutoDS, go ahead and hit one of the first links in the description down below. I've partnered with them to give my audience a free month trial of AutoDS so you can test out the platform for yourself and you can start finding products and importing them into your store today. Now, installing AutoDS onto your site is very simple. All you gotta do is go into the Shopify App Store and just type in AutoDS and go ahead and click on AutoDS. Should be the first thing to pop up. And then all you're gonna do is press install. Once you click install, it's gonna ask you to make, well, actually, let's go ahead and click install first. Alrighty, and now I am inside the platform. When you go to install AutoDS, it's gonna ask you a couple quick questions. You're gonna have to create an account. It's very simple, and if you use the link in the description, you're gonna get your first month entirely free. But once you're inside of the platform, this is what it's gonna look like. And now I'm gonna show you how I use this tool for product research and how you can use this for product research as well. All right, so now inside of the main dashboard of AutoDS, if you navigate to the left-hand side of the screen, you're gonna see a couple of different categories. When it comes to product research, the three most relevant for you and for anyone using this platform is gonna be AdSpy, trending products, and handpicked products. Let's start with AdSpy first, since this is a feature that you guys are no doubt, if you've been in dropshipping for a little bit, you've no doubt been on countless different spy tools and you kind of know how they work already. What's really cool with AutoDS's AdSpy tool is that they don't make you choose between Meta and TikTok like a lot of the different product research tools do. They actually give you access to all platforms, and they actually have some really comprehensive filters to be able to filter out all of the crappy products and actually find decent things that are worth selling. So whenever I'm loading up AutoDS to find products, the first thing I do is I open up the advanced filters, and the main things that I'm looking for when it comes to looking for high performing ads, or looking for products rather, is I'm looking for a lot of engagement in a very short time period, because the only way to get a high amount of engagement in a short time period is to very highly accelerate or aggressively accelerate ad spend in a short time frame, or something has to really go viral to get a ton of impressions, a ton of likes in just a short time window. So within the advanced filters, the first thing I'll do actually is set this to whatever country that I'm selling in. So for me, that's going to be the big four. So I'll start with US, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, depending on where you want to sell to. Or sometimes what I'll do is I'll throw in like kind of a weird country, or not a weird country, but a non-traditionally dropshipping country, maybe like a Germany or a Spain. So I can find, you know, what's working in predominantly untapped markets, but for the most part, I set that thing to big four. And so I'm going US, UK, Canada, and Australia. When it comes to media type, I almost always go for videos. And the reason for that is because I like to see video ads. Sorry, just dropped my Starbucks straw, but I like to see video ads predominantly because most of the time with video ads, there's a lot of selling going on. It's very difficult to get or to push like some really comprehensive kind of sales narrative in an image. I'm happy to be proven wrong, but I always like to go for videos because that's where I know a lot of e-com brands and dropshippers have a lot of activity. E-com platform, set it to Wix.com. Just kidding, set it to Shopify. You can set it to Wix if you want to get no results. You can totally do that too. Okay, cool. Now for views, I'm going to set this to more than 20,000. I don't really touch any of the shares, the comments, and the last comment time. I find those to be largely irrelevant. And then for languages, I'm gonna set that to English. Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and apply those filters. And then one thing that I'll do as well is if you go to, I think I forgot to throw this on, advanced filters. Okay, creation date. Usually I like to go after creation date in the last 30 days. Sometimes I will go after creation date within the last, if I give you a custom range, I'll do this in the last 7 days and I'll do it in a week. So that way I'm gonna be able to see what are the ads that have been created in the last 7 days that have a high amount of interaction and impressions. Now, if something's been on for a long time, or it could be like a brand from like 2018 that has this really good evergreen ad that's been just getting all this engagement, you might see those crop up if you don't use a stricter creation date filter. So sometimes I'll do that just so I can get rid of, like, you know, the Sephora's of the world, Adidas, Nike. A lot of those ads will show up sometimes. Okay, cool. So now I am looking at ads across all platforms that are in the big four that have more than 20,000 views or impressions, that are in English, and I have some other filters on there, like creation date in the last 7 days. I'm looking at videos only, and they're all driving traffic to Shopify. Now, what I would do is the same way that I would go about any product research tool is I would just scroll through and start looking for different products that hit my 5 winning product criteria. Nothing special. You want to find products that are in proven markets, that are proven to sell, solve some type of evergreen niche or problem or desire, or have some really kind of passionate niche or community behind it. So I'll literally just go through, and as you can see, AutoDS is really good at having those high-level metrics available to you at a bird's eye view. And if you click into any of these, in fact, I'm gonna actually click into one that I would honestly think about selling. Let's see. Sometimes if I don't see, like, the 20,000 is pretty strict. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll extend this back out to 30 days. And that'll usually give you a lot more ads. So let's see. We finally built a chair. Not really feeling that. That could be interesting. This projector has been around for I don't know how long. Really surprised people still sell it. Okay, I'm not gonna actually look for a product, but let's say I wanted to sell this product right here. If I click in, I'll actually be able to see detailed stats for this specific ad creative. So I can see the likes, comments, shares, interactions, and the total views. As you can see, 160,000 views since this ad was created in the last 30 days. And what's really cool is that you can see these line graphs that show you trends in how specific metrics are moving. So in this case, I'm seeing the engagement ramp up over the last 7 days. And anytime you see this type of a curve where there's this gradual rise, you know something's gaining momentum or someone's scaling this up. So really cool that AutoDS provides this to you, because a lot of the platforms will just show you 70K impressions in 5 days, but they won't tell you if they got 65K on day 1 and then the ad flopped and now they've only got 5K over the next 4 or 5 days. You know what I'm saying? So here you can actually see that graph and what that engagement looks like, and you can plot different things. I'm mostly interested in views because that has a direct, that is a direct result of ad spend, or can be, just by driving impressions. So you can see that advanced metrics there. And then you can also see down here in the ad information, you can see how long the creative is, where it's currently running, and then which network it's running on. And you can see how long the ad has been live. So every single ad, whatever platform you're looking on, if you're looking on Facebook or TikTok, you can see this level of comprehensive detail for every single creative. And if you are using a proven criteria and you know what products to look for, just by clicking in, and if you have that criteria and checklist in your mind, AutoDS is very good at giving you all the data that's relevant to determining whether or not you should actually run that product. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you now how to use the TikTok function on its own, because I'm sure a lot of you guys know about other spy tools. TikTok is kind of the trending platform right now for dropshipping. So I'm gonna show you how I like to use this AdSpy tool within AutoDS, specifically for TikTok dropshipping. So very similarly, I will set the same filters that I do for whatever kind of spy tool that I'm using: United States, UK, Canada, Australia. Awesome. More than 20,000. Languages, always English. Set this to video. And then, really important, I don't really like to see anything to do with TikTok Shop when I'm using this spy tool. And the reason for that is because, at least the way I create stores, I'm never trying to run a TikTok Shop. So I like to see things that are particularly working with advertising. I don't want to see any organic posts, because I'm reverse engineering things because I'm gonna run paid ads. So there's really no point in seeing things, at least in my opinion, that are working on organic. I wanna see what's working with ad spend behind it. So those are the filters that I'll set for the TikTok AdSpy. And then again, exact same process as we just went through. You just scroll through, you're looking for products that hit your criteria, And then at any given point in time, you can click in and see some of these advanced analytics that are going to allow you to determine whether or not this specific ad creative and this specific product are worthy of potentially running and testing out on your store. Okay, so that is how you use the AdSpy tool. As you can see, there's a lot of features that are built into AutoDS and their product research tools that allow you to get these comprehensive stats that you need to make effective decisions on whether or not you should test or launch a product. And what's really cool is that this is just one functionality of AutoDS of a whole plethora of different features, and their AdSpy tool is on par, if not better, than some of the dedicated product research tools and spy tools that are currently on the market. So we've gone over the AdSpy feature. Now I'm going to go over the trending products feature tab as well. Now, the trending products feature tab is honestly hugely underrated by a lot of dropshippers in product research. A lot of people think that you need to find this one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-blue-moon product that is just so unique and so special and no one else knows what it is and only you're selling it, right? It's like, no. What you need is to pick a product in a proven market where there's proven evergreen demand all year round. And the trending products tab inside of AutoDS is one of the easiest and best and most effective ways to do that. So at a glance, it works very similarly and functionally very similarly to the AdSpy tool. The main difference is that you're not looking at ads here. AutoDS is actually curating products based on a specific filter that it believes are trending. And then from there, you can sort through based on the filters that you provide to be able to see specific products within trending products. So what I like to do when I go into trending products is, again, similarly, I'm always looking at either impressions or likes or some type of engagement metric to determine whether or not something, or to be able to tell which products are actually getting momentum, getting ad spend, and getting visibility. So I'll go into impressions. Usually set that to more than 20,000 because honestly, anything below that is not really worth your time. Now, sell price range. I always like to stay in this 30 to 100 AOV sweet spot. I feel like more than 100 is usually not viable for paid ads without some really, really strong funnels. And then anything below that is too low of an AOV to where you don't have enough margin, unless you're doing some really nice bundle offer with some post-purchase upsells. 30 to 100 is usually the sweet spot for that. I'm then gonna go to create a date, and I'm gonna set this to 30 days ago. And then what's really cool is that there's a profit range inside of the trending products. So if you actually set this to like what your target profit is, you'll actually see like a very different curated set of products compared to if you set this to, let's say, more than 50% profit. And so I usually don't touch this, to be honest. I will go for like 10 to 20% because I feel like anything within 10 to 20%, you can actually optimize and get closer to 30 and 40. So 10 to 20, 30 days ago, interaction rate, I'll set that to more than 1%. And then from here, you can literally just scroll through, and already I see a product that I know for a fact is doing very well. So I can tell this tool is working and telling me that this is a trending product. In fact, here is that company. So right away, you can kind of see that the trending products tab is on the money when it comes to what's working and trending now, because these guys have been pumping digits with this Dream Deep pillow for a while now, over almost 100K sessions per month. Now, what's really cool, within trending products, you can filter by specific categories. I usually like to stay in either sports and fitness, pets, let's see here. Yeah, sports and fitness, pets, just click in. If I don't see a category that I like to sell in, I'll type in like beauty, or let's try like skincare. And then if I'm not seeing anything come up, it's usually because the filters are a little bit too strict. So I'll actually reset those, and then I'll throw in my my search terms. So if I wanted to sell products in like skincare, I'm basically seeing like what products are trending within the skincare niche that could potentially be worth testing out. And what's really cool is if you click in, you'll be able to see all of the specific information on the product that you just clicked on. So from here, I can see the sold count, right? The profit, interaction rate. I can see the product score. So the product score is basically a rating from 0 to 100 that AutoDS uses like an algorithm to tell you how well a product is doing. So it's thinking about things like sale price, cost of goods, saturation, all those things, and they give it to you in a nice little score there. This is probably one of the most important tabs and information within trending products, because you can see how something is trending. Obviously, the way this is trending right now, this is definitely not a product I would start selling, because the curve is going opposite to where the direction I want my bank account to grow. So if I scroll down, you can even see like product description. I mean, you can literally see like, there's like nothing you can't see within this tab, which is pretty crazy. And you can actually see like what shipping options are available. And on top of that, you can see the original product. And so this one looks like it's on TikTok Shop. And so it gives you a nice little screenshot of where that product originated from. Now, I am not going to pick that product to import. I'm going to find another one. Let's see. Okay, boom. So here is this face cleanser product. It's got exfoliating gel. Let's say for a hypothetical example, I look down, I'm able to see which ads are performing well. I can see the general sales trend is kind of yo-yoing, but let's say this June tab was like a little bit up. You know, once I find a product within trending products, I can actually just press import draft, and I can select my Shopify store, and I can start to import it into my store directly from the trending products tab. So I don't have to go to AliExpress, find a link, reverse image Google search this image to find that product on AliExpress, or search the title on AliExpress. If you guys have ever done that, you know, you can probably waste like 30 minutes to an hour just trying to find the freaking product on AliExpress. From here, it's literally one click and you import the entire thing into your Shopify store. So that is how you use the trending products tool inside of AutoDS. I'm now going to show you one more feature, which is the Handpick Products tool. And this is similar to trending products, by far one of the most underrated ways to find winning products in 2024. So let's jump to that. Okay, so Handpick Products, similar to trending products, is not necessarily an AdSpy tool, but it's a curation of products that AutoDS has quote unquote handpicked that it believes are best candidates for potential selling on your Shopify store. So it works functionally very similarly to the AdSpy tool and the trending products tool. You've got your basic filters in there that will allow you to see specific things. So if I wanted to filter my handpicked products to orders more than 50, if I wanted to, again, pick a cost range, let's say 15 to 30, if I want to see ads that have only been created in the last, or products in the last 30 days, I can do that. And really quickly, I can just scroll through and I can already see a curated list of products for me based on the criteria that I've thrown in there. Now, similarly, you can just scroll through, and I already see this one. This looks like very interesting, and I can click on that. And then the exact, or not the exact same, but you get similar stats that you do in the trending products. You get to see how many orders have been done. You get to see the saturation score, the engagement score. The engagement score is very, very important. It's one of my key criterias when assessing a product, is thinking about how much demand there is or how much engagement there's been on recent ads for that product. So that is really awesome to see at a bird's eye view. You can see the potential profit based on the item cost. And if you scroll down, you can already start getting ideas. Now that you've picked a product that hits all your criteria, you can start getting ideas for ads that you can create and run for it. So it curates these ads. It gives you links to the original ads that you can click on as well. So you can see what kind of engagement there's been, what kind of performance there's been. That is such a good hook. I'm getting distracted. You guys saw that live. I found this product within like 5 minutes. And this is something I legit would sell. Hits all the criteria, high perceived value. I mean, crazy good creative here as well. And so I can see all of the ads. I can see recommended products that go along with it. Now, I'm gonna be honest, AutoDS is kind of off the mark with the recommended products. But for the most part, in terms of what are the highest impact insights, what is the highest impact information that you need to know about a product within the trending products tab, you can see all of that. You can also search the product directly on AliExpress. So there's tons of different links here. As you can see, Amazon, Facebook, AliExpress, you can click in at any point in time. And as you can see, found the product on AliExpress literally within like 5 minutes, right? Well, not even 5 minutes, it was like 30 seconds. And again, similarly to the trending products tab, if at any point I find a product, I'm sold on it, I've seen the engagement scores, I've seen the saturation scores, it hits my criteria, I've seen the ads are performing well. If at any point in time I'm like, you know what, I want to sell this thing right now, all I got to do is click import draft. And as you can see, the item is being added to drafts. And then once that item is being added to drafts, if I move my head here, I can go to drafts. And then from here, let's see where it is. So it's the creating draft is in progress. So let's give that a little bit of time. Okay, so once I have pressed, now that I've pressed the import product into draft, if I click into the actual draft, you can see now I can basically just edit the title. And this is really how you import products into your site, whether you press import directly from trending products or Handpick Products, or you're using the product importer function. Once you import, it'll go into a draft. And from here, you can edit everything about the product before it actually pushes to Shopify. I recommend that you do this because it's a lot, the editor within AutoDS is a lot more user-friendly compared to Shopify. So what I would do here is I would change this. I would not go ahead and suggest you sell this as the name, unless you're doing Google. So I'm gonna say, smooth heel. This is gonna be terrible. Why do I spell heel like a MMO? Dead skin remover, okay? Sweet. Shipping methods, I'm gonna go ahead and put fastest with tracking. I'm gonna go to description. From here, I can edit the entire description. What I usually do, regardless of whatever product I'm importing, is I do Command A and I delete all of that stuff. Not working here for some reason. Oh, forgot to press edit. Now, once you press edit, get rid of all that stuff because it's usually a bunch of garbage. All right, and then from there, you can decide which variants you want to input into your store. For me, because I'm selling in the Big Four, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the US, the EU, and the UK plugs. I'm not gonna exclude any variants, but you can at this stage if there's certain variants or certain colors, certain products with features that you don't want to sell. From there, you can go then into the images, and this is gonna load up all of the images that it's pulling from in the AliExpress listing. Same thing as the variants. From here, you can choose which images you want to bring into your site, or you can decide to bring all of them. I usually recommend you bring all of them, and then you can edit those on Shopify because it's really simple to delete them as well. Item specifications, I honestly almost never even touch just because nothing super important there in my experience. Usually the majority of your work is gonna come from optimizing the product, description, variants, and images. Now, they do have a cool feature, optimized title with AI. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a shot. I'm gonna be honest, I've never tried this feature, but it looks really cool. And I'm gonna say I actually want it to sound a little bit more professional. Okay, so electric pedicure tools with replacement spam paper for foot care and dead skin removal. I actually don't really like that, so I'm going to try and optimize that a little bit. Say make it sound more sellable and then more precise. Let's try to regenerate that. Okay, that is an actual like solid name. It's obviously not a 10 out of 10 perfect product name, but I actually really like this. I actually like most of it. I actually like this name now that I think about it. I would probably shorten this out, but I really like callus remover and dead skin exfoliator. You could even call it, I'm trying to think of a better name. I honestly can't think of a better name. I'm gonna be honest, that is pretty much spot on the money. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. So now I've saved that. And now if I go back to images, I can decide which images I want to bring in. Honestly, all of these are pretty high quality, so I'm gonna bring all those. Now from here, I'm gonna go ahead and press save and import. And now that I've pressed save and import, as you can see, the product has been imported to store, and the process, if you click in here, has been complete. And so this product is now pushed onto my Shopify site, which means all of the details that we've gone through, I know this is a different product here, but all of the details that we've gone over, the title, the descriptions, the images, everything has now been saved and migrated over to our Shopify store, which means we can go on Shopify, finalize all the details or anything missing, and then from there, we're good to launch the product. All right, guys, and that is going to conclude this tutorial for how to use AutoDS as a product research tool, how to find products, and how to import products onto your site. If you enjoyed this tutorial and you want to give AutoDS a shot with your Shopify store, I've partnered with them to give my audience a completely free month trial. So if you hit the first link in the description down beneath this video, you can get your first month of AutoDS completely free. And using these product research strategies and using these tools and importing these products into your site, if you find a product, it only takes a couple of sales for you to have AutoDS pay for itself. So guys, I'm really happy to announce that AutoDS is the sponsor of today's video. Huge shout out for them for allowing me to partner with them and give my audience this incredible deal of a month free. Hopefully you guys know I don't promote any BS on my channel. If I were to promote any software or tool, it has to be one that I truly believe in and stand by, and that I know I get value from and that my audience can get value from. So again, to conclude, if you want to get your first month free of AutoDS, if you want to give it a shot, you want to test it out for your store and start using it to find products and bringing them onto your Shopify site today, go ahead and hit the first link in the description beneath this video so you can get a free month off of AutoDS. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.